My body's definitely feeling a little bit beaten up. I'm tired from life. I'm Andy and welcome to the running channel and to my 10-week challenge which has been set by you, the running channel viewers. I've got to run a faster 5k in only 10 weeks. I've got to improve my time from around 16 minutes to break 15 minutes, which is quite frankly terrifying. I've been documenting all my training, so stay tuned to see how I've been getting on. In the meantime, subscribe to the running channel and tap the bell icon so you're notified every time we upload new videos. So all is not plain sailing. I definitely took it for granted how easy it was for me to do my training when I had nothing else to worry about. And this time around I'm recording this at the end of my week 2. I have managed to run 4 times, but ultimately it's been a bit of a car crash in terms of organisation because I totally forgot to plan for the fact that we were going on our summer bank holiday camping on the south coast of Dorset, which has definitely not been conducive to the best training that I would have liked to do. So the training plan's gone out of the window a little bit and I've just tried to make sure that I do get out and get some runs done. Nothing fancy and definitely nothing fast because the paths are pretty brutal, and I've been trying to balance, I guess, being normal and enjoying a proper family holiday with my kids, playing on the beach, swimming in the sea, camping, getting no sleep. It's been really hot, so I think that's enough excuses in one go, but trying to, I guess, set the scene for the reason that the training that you're about to see isn't quite what it was supposed to be. Thankfully, running in a beautiful new place is taking my mind off that a little bit, and the stress really was actually just getting out the door while I'm camping, so I don't really have a door, and just making sure I get my shoes on and get something done. Whereas I've always been really meticulous about planning exactly where I'm going to run, what session I'm going to do, and how I'm going to fit it all in at the right pace. Now I just have to be a little bit more relaxed. So I think this is pretty much the same as an ice bath, right? Just finished run 2 of week 2. And this really does show me the dramatic impact on my mental health, both in a positive and a negative way that running has. So that's probably every emotion I could possibly go through before and after a run. Really nervous beforehand to see how my ankle was going to feel, whether I was going to enjoy it. I was a bit frustrated that I wasn't going to be able to do exactly the type of training that I felt like I wanted to do, because that's what sort of was set in my programme. But then I felt okay, and the power of having actually gone for a run and how refreshing that feels and how much better I feel having done it is amazing. So definitely some of the most spectacular running that I've ever done, but not the easiest. Definitely not the easiest to run quickly anyway. I've been really enjoying it, but it is pretty brutal. But you are constantly rewarded with views like this. So partway around run 4 of the week 2, I've made my peace with being a bit more relaxed this week with my training, which has mean I'm enjoying exploring new places, but that hasn't been easy. I think I've been trying to chronicle my mental thought processes. I've gone through the frustrations, the disappointment, the kind of the worry, anxiety about not doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just getting out there and running, and I'm running more than I was before I started this challenge, so that's the goal, that's the key. So that's it, 2 weeks out of the 10-week challenge complete, as I head towards trying to run that 15-minute 5k, which at the moment feels like a completely unrealistic, insurmountable challenge, particularly as this week hasn't gone particularly smoothly. There are always going to be ups and downs during training, especially when you've got a particular challenge in mind. Luckily for me, I've always had Andy EP3, my coach, in my corner to help look after me. I caught up with him recently to chat to him about how he deals with looking after his athletes' mental and physical health. And as you'll see, he's probably the best dressed coach in athletics because he's also a full-time solicitor. A big part of finding the love again for running for me has been the mentality of it, but that's also one of the most difficult things to juggle when you're a runner. I was training an awful lot. I was motivated by the fact that it was my job and I had to get out there and do it. Now it's not. I'm obviously motivated a little bit by this challenge, but how do you speak to your athletes at all levels to keep them motivated through what is, what are pretty tough training cycles? Well, see, now you're referring to the dark side of being a coach, and it's those magical powers that coaches bring into how they look after athletes, how they motivate them, how they work from a philosophical point of view. The key aspect to all athletes, I don't care whether you're an elite, a newcomer, someone who's preparing to get ready for London Marathon to run sub 4 hours, you have to enjoy it. You have to really want to appreciate why you want to get out each day. Enjoy your running. Find that love of the running that you're going to do each day. Realise that I think on more than one occasion I have said to a runner, look, you don't have to go out. You don't have to go out today. And they'd look at me and say, well, I can have a rest day. Yeah, if you like, take a day off.
reverse psychology, as you well know from time on fashion, and they'd look at me and say, well, no, I want to go out and train. But it's realising that you don't want to bury someone in their training. You want to give them that kind of variation in the training they're doing, give them clear goals as regards what they're doing, and kind of take it by step. So as you probably remember how we used to work, sometimes it was a day-by-day existence, sometimes it's a week-by-week, depending on how you were, depending on how fatigued and how tired someone is. It's a question of how much contact you need with that athlete. And certainly, even now, I would talk to athletes on a day-to-day basis, sometimes twice a day, before and after sessions. One, before a session, maybe just to be really clear about what is the point of that session, what they're doing today, why they're doing it, where does it fit within their training plan. And then after the session, often it's confirmation of how well the training has gone. That was a good session today. That's a very good piece of the plan that we're working towards. That's perfect. Now let's just keep that going. So it's that kind of motivation along the way that keeps them hungry, keeps them enjoying their running, and keeps them motivated, I think. There are dark times in training, Baddeley, as you know, and sometimes all you want to hear from a coach is something along the lines of, look, Baddeley, I know you're tired. Do you not think that your competitors are tired? All right, but it's about taking rest at the right times and pushing when it's right. And sometimes if you just hear your coach just turn around and say, look, today, you know what, we can ease back. We don't need to do a training session today. Let's just go for a run. That sometimes is confirmation for you, for the athlete, for that person to realise they're in a good place. They don't have to rush you.
Okay, week 3, run 1, 10k run, easy to steady, how I feel. Which I've just finished. I've squeezed it in at work, running to the historic Herne Hill Velodrome in London. We're going on the track shortly, which will be really exciting. I felt okay today, a little bit sluggish, and my ankle is still a little bit sore, so I'm trying to keep an eye on that before I head into some tougher sessions over the next few days. Week 3, day 2. Another early morning one this time, and I feel terrible. My body's definitely feeling a little bit beaten up. I'm tired from life. Still motivated to get out and train, but just finding it so hard to feel good in myself and in my body and get into the swing of things. So this is interval session, true interval session number 2, because I missed mine in week 2 when I was camping. Session today is 3 sets of 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute with 60 seconds recovery, with 2 minutes recovery between those sets, followed by 2 miles at my threshold pace. Note on paces, in the efforts, the 3, 2, 1, I'm going to be trying to run at 8 or 9 out of 10 effort level, which today I'm thinking is going to be around about my 10k pace if I can, maybe a little bit quicker, certainly on the shorter efforts, the 1 minute efforts. And then the tempo, 7 out of 10. Could say a few words but not hold a full conversation. Again, I'll be running to my heart rate, although even on my warm-up now my heart rate is slightly higher than I would have anticipated, so that probably shows I'm a little bit fatigued already, so I might have to take that into account. Just back at the car following the warm-up, and I have felt better. I'm struggling this morning. I just feel so tired, so it's going to be really interesting to see how I go, whether I can maintain the pace throughout the session, whether I can stay motivated to get the full session done. Big thing for me, training on my own, not my favourite thing. I appreciate it might not be the favourite thing for you guys as well, so I'm going to try and stay strong, stay tough, because I know I've got this overall challenge that I'm aiming for, and try and keep that bigger picture in my head as I'm running. But ultimately I'm going to do the cliche of 1 rep at a time, just get through it, get through the recovery, and then just keep ticking them over. So I've set up on my warm down thinking I'll talk you through how that went, how I feel. I'm just too tired. Try again. Equal parts euphoria and exhaustion. So pleased I got that done, but it was really, really tough. And there were loads of points throughout that I felt like bailing out completely. So I appreciate that's not an uncommon feeling, to want to stop in a race or just a run or a training session. And the 2 things that keep me going and kept me going today were, 1, the bigger picture, the goal here. At the end of 10 weeks, I need to be fitter than I am now, and I've got a big challenge ahead of me. And the second one, and probably more important, is I'm answerable to Andy. I have to talk to him and send him a message afterwards with my splits and how I felt and the efforts and so on. So if you can find somebody, a coach, a friend, a relative, a club mate, just make yourself answerable to someone so you feel like you're reporting back. And it's amazing the power of motivation that gives you in the middle of a tough effort. Week 3, run 3, recovery run as the next run after my interval session. So I've really had to make sure today that I ease right back, because my body is telling me that's what it needs. Everything's hurting. I feel really tired. I'm sort of running a little bit gingerly because my ankle hurts a bit. So I'm sort of managing that. So 4 or 5 miles today, and my first mile was well outside 8 minutes. So I'm honouring that attempt to recover, active recovery. Sunday run time at the end of week 3. Another 10 miler today, so I'm essentially repeating what I did a couple of weeks ago with my first long run. So 5 miles at a steady to easy pace, not really looking at my watch, and then the last 5 miles picking up to a good solid pace, and I'll be aiming for around 6-minute miling. At that sort of pace I'll be able to say a few sentences but not have a full conversation. Sun, wind, podcast in my ears, trying to take my mind off it. Coming to the end of the first 5 miles, I'm feeling okay. I'm gonna sort of launch into the second 5 miles and just try and pick it up a little bit, gradually pick it up, and then hold a steady pace for the last 2 or 3 miles. See how I go. Definitely feeling the benefit of having done a recovery run yesterday. My legs don't feel as awful as I thought they might, but definitely heavy. Week 3 done. That's 12 runs in total. Glad to check this one off the list. Really pleased with the interval session. And then today's Sunday run was strong, although I am tired. I think that's a theme. And I've forgotten what it was like as a professional. I guess one of the things I always used to say to people is you just get used to being tired all the time. I suppose I did have the benefit of afternoon naps and 9 hours sleep a night, but we'll do our best. That's 3 weeks training in the bag, and I've been varying from feeling like, you know what, I could do this, to, oh, no chance. But I can't tell you how important your support has been, so please do leave me a comment below. Let me know how you're getting on with your challenges. And in the meantime, please subscribe to the channel and tap the bell icon so you'll be notified when we upload new videos. And I'll see you next time.